It's Alto Sax review time, baby. Today, we are going to be checking out the cheapest alto saxophone on Amazon. This alto saxophone was ridiculously cheap, coming in at just $129. But for $129, what comes with this thing? Does the mouthpiece work? Does it come with any reeds? Will it play Careless Whisper? That's what I'm gonna be finding out today. So without further ado, shaka! So this is a Mendini Alto Sax. It is a fantastic color, which I'm very excited to show you. Something to make sure that you check out when you're looking for the cheapest instruments on Amazon, you need to check the different colors. A lot of these colors were around 200, some were like 3, I think, but this color was only $129. I have no idea why. We're gonna see, maybe it's gonna look terrible. I don't really care. All that I care about is that if it plays for $129, I got a heck of a deal. Depending on when you're looking, Mendini actually makes a lot of the cheapest instruments on Amazon. So far, I've reviewed the cheapest flute and the cheapest trumpet, which were both Mendini instruments. And for the money, they're actually very good instruments. So if this alto saxophone turns out to be that good, man, I have hit the jackpot. So without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. That worked so much better than it should have. Ooh, I got a little extra thing on top here. That's exciting. So it took me so long to get to this unboxing that I actually ordered this over 30 days ago. So if this turns out to be like really terrible, don't tell my wife because I'm probably gonna have to keep it. But also because I bought this thing so long ago, I don't even really remember what comes with it. So it seems to come with a little chromatic tuner and metronome. So let's open this bad boy up. Metronome. Ooh. Gonna turn it on. And it starts with the tuner. So let's sing here. B flat. Ooh, it comes with sounds. I like that a lot. Volume controls, aux jack. Let's see what the metronome's all about. Seems to work pretty good. If you need a tuner and a metronome, I mean, you might as well get one for free. I'll use that to tune later. Last thing that was on the top here, they came with a little book. This is the first page of music, and that's not exactly like beginner-esque materials here for the first page, but that's not really something you're probably gonna need, so just any sort of literature that's with it is pretty cool. And off to the main attraction. Case. Like every cheapo instrument that I've pretty much had at this point, it has the front little zipper pocket that doesn't usually technically hold a ton of stuff. And it's also off the rails, which I've now just learned is a thing that happens, but it's easily fixable, so it's not a big deal. Let's see if there's anything actually in this front pouch. Maybe that's where they put the white gloves, who knows? If this doesn't come with white gloves, I might as well just send it right back. Nothing in the front. So if you wanted to put your little saxophone book in there, woo! The zipper is not broken. That's a good start. Again, like every other cheapo instrument that I've reviewed so far, it has the exact same system. It's got a Velcro thing to unclasp this handle. It's got a Velcro thing here, and it has zippers opening up the actual case. I would much rather have metal clasps, but it's a case and it will hold the instrument. You can't really be asking for much more for 129 bucks. Main attraction. Yeah. All right. I'm so excited to see this thing. Oh, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna hold it. We'll leave the plastic on for a sec. Let's look at all the other stuff here. So we've got our we got our little gel pack that you should not eat. And you've got a little nice baggie full of stuff in it. So we're gonna open it up. We're gonna see what's all in the stuff, which I'm just gonna throw on the ground. So we've got a little thing of cork grease. That's nice. Saxophones have a cork on it. You should use a little cork grease on the little cork part so that you can put the mouthpiece on the cork part without ruining the cork part. It also comes with little luggage straps, which I'm going to connect and show off for you. I lied. This actually comes with a little neck strap. So you can put this here. It is not a padded neck strap, so I don't know how much I will be using it, but it'd be nice to have a little extra neck strap I could throw at a student if they forget it. And like most cheapo instruments, it comes with a set of gloves. I will put it on really fast. It is like every other pair of gloves that you do not need and whatever, and I will put it on anyways. And they're all low quality, and you can see in the glove, there's like some weird things where it's like not even white all the way through. It almost looks stained, but we're like, it just looks thinner in parts and it just makes it look kind of gross. That's it. I don't know. And it comes with a nice cloth. And this one feels, I don't know, medium good compared to the other ones. All right, back to it. I got my Alto Sax reeds, which is a box of, I believe, 10 alto saxophone reeds. I'll chop those open and we'll see. I have bought cheapy reeds off of Amazon before just to try them. You wanna know something? They're not very good. Can't say that for sure about these ones. These are 2.5s. All right, and oh, I got my luggage straps here. So I'll move this guy over a little bit so that my model can come over here and show you what the case looks like. This is the case of the alto saxophone showed off through the luggage straps that you will see here. You will see how beautiful this actual bag will look if you are walking around the school with it. Ooh la la. Wasn't that nice? And before I finally get the saxophone out, go down and hit that like and subscribe. It helps a ton. And if you want to see me do even crazier instruments like tuba, bassoon, baritone, oboe, go check out my Patreon where you can actually help me fund and support doing those instruments. And a huge thank you to those who are already on Patreon that are helping me to fund the instruments just like this one. Thank you. So let's do it. I'm gonna start with the mouthpiece. Okay, a little piece of advice to all those manufacturers out there. If you're going to sell a cheap instrument and you want it to look like it's not a cheap instrument, you should not be putting the reed on the mouthpiece inside of the case because it is not good for the reed and it is a bad thing to teach a student that they can leave a reed on here. I hate it as a band director. Don't do it. You're going to get this reed all moldy and nasty and the mouthpiece seems fine. I don't know what the reed is looking like. I'm kind of scared to use it. I kind of want to just throw this one away and use one of the other ones in their little Cecilio alto sax reed thing. If their reeds do turn out to be garbage, I do have a bunch of my own reeds that I will be trying as well instead so that I make sure that it's not just the reeds. But let's look at this reed that they had on it. It doesn't really look moldy. That's a good start, I guess. So I'll come over here so you can see it a little bit closer. That's the reed we're looking at. It's got a weird cut on the side, you know? Most of the reeds I ever see are even on both sides, and then, you know, you have your little U here. I don't know if it'll play, it might still. It's got a little bit of like, you know, reed chipping on the side, but, you know, it could still work. I don't know. Oh, we'll see if I get sick from the reed mold. The reed on the mouthpiece mold. I don't know, that's probably wet enough for this before I just chuck it and get a different reed. Gonna loosen the ligature so that I can put it on the right spot. Okay. Don't wake my kids. Let's try these ones. This is how professionals open their reed boxes. Here's what the inside of a cheapo reed pack looks like. All right, I'm gonna pick the prettiest. This one's kind of pretty. This is our candidate for number 1. How's everyone doing? Everybody's favorite part where I just stand here, sucking on a reed. Like and subscribe to the video, help me be famous, making all the YouTube and extra money. All right, fresh reed time. Now let's see if I can go on this one. Better, lose the glasses again. Next piece of our puzzle, neck. Here's the big color reveal. Let's see how this looks. Woo! I got the purple one. Purple and gold is like an interesting color choice. I don't hate it so far. It's fine. Let's chapstick this up. Gonna put the chapstick onto the cork so that I can put on the mouthpiece. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, playing percussion so much easier. I just get to grab the sticks and start hitting stuff. All right, it fits. Test number 2. Sounds like a saxophone neck to me. $129. That's stinking cheap. Big money time right here. Let's do it. You don't need to keep these bags. I probably got a bunch of these too. Comes with your, comes with your little spit grabber. You can grab all your spit side of your saxophone with this guy, and also, you know, protects the top bit here. It's nice, comes with it. Didn't have to pay anything extra for that. Pretty cool, I'm all for it. That's what the rest of that case looks like. Got another silicone gel packet. I'm going to get this out of the way so that we can start looking at the saxophone. Pretty, pretty. This is what we're looking at. I have seen on saxophones before, even cheapo ones where they ship with little pegs here in these guys that will keep them closed during transport. This did not come with anything, so it looks like out of the box I could just start jamming this thing down and start playing it. I don't know if that means, you know, stuff's gonna be like bent like crazy, but on first glance here, everything seems to be working pretty okay. If this thing just plays, like it just plays for 129 bucks, oh man, that's gonna be sick. I think at this point, like looking at everything, I'm just gonna try her out, because the best way to know if something is broken and not working is to just hear if it's broken or not working. I'll give you like a little quick close-up here. This is probably copyright. I'm not hating on the purple. Purple's fine, you know? If you had to get a saxophone color that you weren't 100% in love with, because it was just cheaper, I can't think of a worse color probably than purple. And actually this purple probably not that bad. So I mean, the reason why it was probably so cheap is because nobody's buying crazy purple color. But you know, if you're gonna save like $150 on an instrument or something because of a crazy purple color, the purple color's fine, you know? Make a statement, be unique. All right, so I'm gonna put the neck in all the way. Neck fits fine. I was a little bit worried that like one of the pieces was not gonna fit, like the mouthpiece wouldn't fit on the cork or the neck wouldn't fit. Fit fine. Will it tighten up? Fine. Tightened up fine. So far, so good. Oh my gosh, it might actually work for 129 bucks. All right, where's that cheapo neck strap? Let's get this thing going. Squee-doo-doo-doo, squee-doo-doo-doo. It's desk lowering time. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. First hold here. I don't like the neck strap. So if you're gonna get a cheapo instrument and you wanna like protect your neck, either wear a collared shirt and wear it like a tie, or get a better neck strap. So I'm gonna play a little bit here, and then I'm probably gonna switch the neck strap because this is not super comfortable. But you know what? It works. First note, let's see if she can play open C sharp. That's no buttons. If it's going to play any note at all, this is probably the one it's gonna play. Sounds like a C sharp to me. Tighten up the lips a little bit and I got her. All right, I'm a little flat. Now I'm sharp. That's good that I can get sharp and flat. Now is the portion of the video where, as I start playing this thing, I need to let you know that I am not a main on the alto saxophone. I also just got a text message that this is too loud, so I'm going to try to play a little softer. So I'm a percussionist, but I'm also a band director, so I can play just about everything. You'll see all through my other catalog of videos that I play trumpet and flute and clarinet and plotty-flotty-fla, and I can play just about everything. Saxophone I'm pretty good at. If this instrument does not play right away, I am going to be changing the reed, and if it is not the reed that is any issue, I'm going to also try to change the mouthpiece. If it is anything like the clarinet review that I did, the mouthpiece completely ruined the instrument. And the moment I put a better mouthpiece on it, the instrument was fantastic. So we'll see if this one is fantastic out of the box, but if anything is wrong with it, I'm going to think it's probably going to be these cheapo reeds. I'm just going to start working my way down. We'll start with C sharp, and I'm just gonna go down the horn, add more metal as we go, and we'll see if there's anything that's wrong. Well, okay, I'm getting some wobble on the low notes, and we're just going to hope that it's the reed. So I'm going to go ahead and shake that reed off, and we're going to see if it helps. Sure. Take out the old reed case, Now, we've got two different reeds that we're gonna try today. This is my Rico 3, and I also have a Leger reed that I will be trying as well. I usually use a Leger because I usually don't take time to wet my reeds down because I'm a band director who just grabs his instruments and plays them for like 2 seconds and then he throws it back on a stand. Rico. I can't roll my R's very good. I also didn't wet it down really well, so that's probably part of the reason why this may not work, because I didn't spend enough time wetting it down because I am impatient. I mean, right away that feels better. It just feels better just playing like a G. Man. Still getting some wobbliness, but I'm not getting it as soon as I was earlier. That was already better. That's pretty good already. Golly, that's so loud though. Gotta drop my jaw. Gotta practice what I preach at school. I have officially hit every single note there is to hit on this instrument, and I got them all to work. I got my Rico on there, which I think fixed my low end issues. I don't think there's anything like leaking or anything. I think we're good to go as far as all the key work is concerned, which actually surprises me. You hear a lot of people talking about these cheap instruments and they say like, you're gonna get it and the things are gonna be misaligned. I think we're good. I don't actually know the song. So let me grab my other saxophone quick and we'll see the differences that we're going to be looking at between the two. So this is my Jupiter, and this is the horn that I typically use day to day. So I think from now on, I'm going to be using the same reed on both. This is going to be my Leger 2.5 reed that I use most of the time. So I'm just gonna be swapping the reed between the two. I am going to keep using the Mendini Mouthpiece. So as you can see, this is my Jupiter JAS 769/767, which is a student model horn, which is probably like 500, 600, 700, which, as you can do the math, is multiple times more expensive than this Mendini horn. So let's see if there's really any differences between the two. So color differences aside, just checking it out here, there's not a ton of differences. They are both saxophones. They weigh about the same. I'm not gonna get my scale out, they're close enough. Yeah, I mean, if I had to put a big difference between these two, I would just say that one is just a lot less purple. Yeah, and I mean, you've got some, you know, like keywork differences, like you see, you've got like this guy is not shaped the same as this guy, and this guy is not shaped the same, but I mean, if they work, they work. And that kind of thing is usually just player preference anyways. And I'll say, looking at the back of them, actually look very similar. The thumb is going to be sitting on the same little black circle here on both of them, and then the octave key sits above. They come up about the same amount. I mean, these things are very similar. So I'm just gonna start swapping between these two and we're gonna see how they play. This is my Leger on both. Still the Mendini Mouthpiece. Sound pretty good. Oh, you know what? That'd be kind of fun. I'll duet with myself. So I hate to say it, but playing this Jupiter, because I'm trying to be quiet, I've noticed that going between the two of them, I can get quieter easier on the Mendini than I can on my Jupiter. I'm using the same reed between the two. I don't know if it's maybe a mouthpiece thing or like maybe I've got some leaks in my Jupiter that I didn't know about until now, but playing this new horn, I can get a little bit softer, easier on this. 129 bucks. That also goes to show that even though you may think that you're playing pretty good on your instrument, there could be some issues with the instrument that's holding you back. So make sure that your instrument is in good condition. If you're having trouble playing something like something on the low end or like playing soft, it may not be you, it could be the instrument. And even the nicest instruments are going to need some tune-ups every once in a while, and that's probably something that I've been neglecting. I don't know, man. I don't know. 129 bucks. I mean, plays pretty okay to me. Now, obviously, this is not the most in-depth review probably in the world, but coming from a band director who really hasn't tried like cheapo saxophones before, this is a saxophone and it plays. You know, not everybody coming into 5th grade is going to want to throw down $600 to try out a saxophone for a band. Another thing that I think is great about this thing is for an adult that wants to try out an instrument, but who wouldn't otherwise be able to afford it. Now, surprisingly, this mouthpiece is actually working for me pretty well. It worked a lot better with my reeds though. So if you do happen to want to buy this saxophone, throw down a little bit extra money to try to get some better reeds. If you go to my website, I have a beginner gear guide that is exactly tailored to show you what reeds and other stuff that you can use for your instrument. All of the reeds that I recommend for woodwinds are on that page. But for $129 for a saxophone, heck yeah, man. Get it, just get it. I don't know what to tell you, it works. What else do you want? What do you want from me? I mean, are you gonna wanna rock a purple horn on the stage of a college audition? Maybe not, but that doesn't bother me. Kid walks into my band program rocking a purple saxophone, as long as it works, I'm gonna be like, grab a seat, my friend. Final conclusions on this guy. You're looking for a super ridiculously cheap alto saxophone? It works. I'm sure that if you got this thing for $200, even like $250, it's still probably worth it as long as you get one that works like this one does. And you know what? If it doesn't work like it's supposed to, just send it back. 30-day Amazon returns. Now, I will make a couple suggestions. If you are going to try out one of these horns, get different reeds, first of all. Second, it may be worth trying out a different mouthpiece. This one actually worked out pretty good for me, but getting a new mouthpiece is actually a pretty cheap upgrade, and it may just be worth putting another $30, $40 into the horn. Lastly, I have already made the switch myself. Get a new neck strap for it. I will link to the one that I use. Tons of other saxophone players use these neck straps. They're just so much more comfortable. Also, if you're planning on purchasing one of these instruments, if you use one of the links in my description, you're going to be helping out the channel there as well, because I get a little bit of commission from that, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to use them. And just remember, it's not the horn that you're using, it's the person behind it, as long as the horn works. And you know what? This one works. And the purple's growing on me. I'm not gonna even do it this time. Yeah, should I? Oh, it's go time. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute, octaves. Here's the side by side of the two instruments. This is what they look like in comparison. I will do a slow-mo side by side as I try to hold them both in the frame of the camera. And we'll do it one more time, showing the other side, because why not? This is what they look like. This is why you guys tune in. It's for the fantastic singing. So go down to the comments, let me know what you think. Let me know what instrument you think that I should do next. And if you did like this video, make sure you check out my other instrument reviews, which are here and here. And yeah, don't forget to go down and like and subscribe. Thank you. That's all I got.